Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Tuesday morning here in the U.S., 5:30 a.m. Central Time. Hope everybody had a great weekend and a great day yesterday. Oh, just trying to wake up here, trying to get things going again. And, trying to recover from lack of sleep and a little bit of stress, but all in all, we all have our own little issues and things that we have to deal with. Good morning, Freight Shake. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just going to continue on playing Shipbreaker and get our debt down to zero. I hope you had a good weekend, sir. Hope it was nice and relaxing for you. Hey, Real Ice, my brother. Thank you very much for your resubscription. Resubscribe for 4 months. Very much appreciated, sir. Thank you, and good morning to you. You've been up and got notified, so you come watch. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good this morning. Real Ice, how are you doing this morning, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Real Ice, one of my nameless family brothers. If you don't know who he is, please click that link, go over, give him a follow. Leave his notification bell on so you can be told as soon as he goes live. Great guy, great entertainer, great friend of the stream. Please make sure when you go visit him, you tell him that Astro sent you over. I always hate opening these compartments like this because there's no telling what's going to come blasting out. Like that stuff. And I'm glad the reactor door over there is still closed. I can just imagine this stuff smashing into the reactor again and causing all kinds of mayhem. But I'm doing good, thank you. Hope you had a great weekend there, Ice. Okay, got all the compartments open except for that one back there with the reactor. We'll just push that thing out of the way. Grab our little tape drive here. Fortunately, on a load of pain. Got up last night, ran to the store with the wife on the way back because it's 3 a.m. Pulled something in your back. Ooh, you twisted wrong. It just sounds like you twisted wrong, brother. Been there, done that. It doesn't take much. That's a sign of age. Sorry to say that to you. I don't have a reactor key. But that's exactly what that is. That is a sign of age. I'll trade with you. I'll take your back problems in exchange for you taking my arthritic leg problems. How's that for a fair trade-off? Yeah, it sounds good to me. I'll take it. I guarantee you won't like them, but I don't know if this is age or just because I'm more round than tall. Dude, all it is you twisted wrong. You turned it the wrong time, and it happens. Before I started having arthritis problems in my legs, yes, I was the exact same way. Every now and then I would twist wrong and I'd get the back pain. Can't move, can't lay down, you can't get comfortable. No matter what you do, it's you hurt from this, you hurt from that, and there was absolutely nothing you could do about it. Wow, I just love it. I cut a couple breakaway points, and I need to quit flying that way. Otherwise, I'm going to end up finding myself drifting too far inside that processing unit. And I get 3 panels that just fly off. That's good. I wasn't ready for that. You don't want my legs, brother. I have what's called LCPD. Well, let's see. I have arthritis in my lower back, my hips, both hips now, both knees, ankles, feet, every joint in my foot, all my toes. Yes, that's right. I have it in everywhere. Because the doctors could see the joint damage that occurred from when I was a kid because of my wonderful father and all the crap he did to me when I was a kid growing up. So it's a more of his lingering after effects. So that's what's causing all my problems. And it doesn't help when you're having to go outside and try to dig a hole. Arthritis sucks. Arthritis sucks. I don't have it chronic yet. That's coming in sure. Get it every once in a while with my hands and legs, but normally goes away after a day or two. My longest flare up has been 2.5 months. Hey, good morning, Wicked, and good morning, Silver Architect. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in not one, but 2 of my nameless family brothers, both Wicked Wolf and Silver Architect. If you don't know who they are, please click their links, go give them a follow. Leave their notification bells alone so you can be told as soon as they go live. Both are extremely great people, great entertainers, and they will keep you laughing for hours. How are you gentlemen doing? Well, Wicked, how are you doing for you this morning? And Silver, for you this afternoon. I'm still getting used to the time zones. Again. Hope y'all both had great weekends. Still morning though? Well, not for much longer, Silver. But yeah, Ice, it's my longest flare up was 2.5 months. Both legs flared up at the same time and kept me bedridden for the entire length of time. I could get up to go to the bathroom sometimes. Other than that, my movement was extremely limited. Wife had to take care of the dogs the entire time and take care of me like I was an invalid because I couldn't put weight on my feet. I couldn't stand. I had no sense of balance. It was it was hell. But I was actually told 7 years ago that my arthritis would be so bad that I would probably end up being in a wheelchair by now. And thankfully, he was wrong. Or at least off a bit. Slowly waking up. Yeah, I'm doing good this morning. A little bit of lack of sleep, but I'm doing okay. You know, got to get what little bit I can when it's available to me because, well, I can't get comfortable with my legs, so. Actually, yeah, I think that's in store for me. Vincent said when I was like 18, that'd be a miracle. Still at 30, so I beat the odds. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, like I said, I'm on borrowed time. They said 5 years. It's been 7. But the flare-ups are becoming more and more common now. And, you know, going outside and digging holes that you need to dig aren't exactly helping. But you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to endure the pain to do things. Try to make some things easier. But I'm good with that. It's a sacrifice. With the great weekend, finally slept decent, so feeling good. Just hope it continues there. Good, Silver. I hope it does too. I hope it does continue for you, sir. That's the worst thing. You just lay there and it starts sinking. And you wonder whether you'll stand back up. Been there, and it's the worst feeling in the world, especially for somebody like us who do it ourselves, don't ask for help, just feel. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just the fact with me of knowing that the wife was having to do everything. I pretty much was. Well, I couldn't do anything. It was a miracle some days I was able to get to the bathroom. We actually had emergency jars sitting up in here by my bed because not knowing if I'd make it to the bathroom some mornings. I know that sounds bad, but it's either that or a 5-gallon bucket. And the only thing we could do is, you know, laugh about it because it was either that or cry. I mean, but neither one really does any real good. But when a doctor says I can't, I will do it. Might complain after it hurt. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like being told I can't do anything. I do continue to push myself and do things I'm not supposed to be doing. I used to love to skydive. I'd love to do it again. I know I can't, but I've thought about it. And my wife is actually terrified that one day I'm going to go out and do it and end up really, really damaging my legs. I just told her it's going to be one of those things. If I decide to go out and do it, that's going to be my choice. Because it's something I enjoy doing, and I haven't done it for years. She ain't happy about that. Oh, I'm not cutting that piece of panel off. It's not worth it. Not to me. The processor can have it. Yeah. Yep, there it goes. It's complaining about the aluminum panel. Oh, thanks, Silver. I didn't realize I never activated it. I apologize. There we go. Got it fixed now. Had a hard crate damaged. Had a bottle damaged. Oh. Pooh, they don't give much for the crates anyway. I hear you on that. Got to do what you got to do. Take care of this. Like we were 20. Grandfather just came to terms with the fact he's 90. Yeah. But thank you, Silver. You know, that's the key thing, is the fact that we have to finally, eventually, one day, come to grips with we're not 20 years old anymore. We can't do the things we used to do. Or at least those of us who are starting to get up in age. My doctor always used to tell me when I went to go see him when he still practiced here, was that it's hell getting old. And it is, because we remember all the stuff that we used to do, we can't do anymore. And the key thing, he's absolutely right. We just have to acknowledge that we can't do things anymore. We can't be as reckless as we were in our youth, and not as carefree, because our body is telling us that we can't do that, or we shouldn't be doing that. That's today for me. Can't even get in my car like I used to without pulling something. Yeah, I pretty much have to slide across the seat. It's, yeah. Well, also driving for me right now is just a pure problem. Because when I've got flare-ups in my feet, I can't do it. Thankfully, I've got an automatic, because at least if the flare-up's on the left side, I can still drive. If it's on the right side, I can't put weight or pressure on the gas pedal, brake pedal. Now on a the thing is, though, is that my wife used to laugh at me until she started having little arthritis problems in one of her legs. And then she realized that it wasn't so funny. Because she used to rag on me about, you're just getting old. That's all it is. And now she's starting to realize that there's a lot more to it than just that. That's not one of those lights. That's just something on the beam. Bye, light. I get another one. I only did it because I'm 6 foot tall and it's dodge dart. If you're 6 foot tall, how the hell are you getting in a dodge dart? Sorry, some cars are just not designed for tall people. My wife used to laugh and laugh when I pulled muscles. Oh, you poor baby. She started pulling the muscle in her butt. Yeah, my wife kind of dropped it too when she got diagnosed with the arthritis as well. She she always thought it was funny. But damn, that day she couldn't walk. She was like, "Oh God!" And she went to the doctor. When he told her what it was, she goes, "I didn't realize it hurt you so bad. I am so sorry for the years of laughing at you." It's like, uh huh. Now you know. Yeah, but everything's a challenge. Everything's a challenge anymore. I never know from day to day when I wake up if I'm going to be able to do anything. So we just take things one day at a time. Why? We don't have a choice in the matter. Okay. I'm going to start moving out one of the front sections here. Yeah, she didn't realize how bad it was until she started feeling it. It's like, yeah, you don't think it's so funny now, do you? Yeah, but I told her I felt sorry that she was going through it because now she knew exactly what I was feeling like. It was. Told her if I could take that pain from her, I would, even though I had my own to deal with, just so she wouldn't have to. we make do because we have to. Kids and I were playing on the floor one day. Daughter was like, "Dad, what's that sound?" Oh. Yeah. Luckily, I'm not that bad. Nobody else can hear it, but I don't know if it's the fact I feel it and I perceive it as sound, or if I really have something grinding and making loud noise that I can hear. But yeah, I know that. Been there, done that.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels. Oxygen levels stabilizing.
But as humans, we adapt, we overcome, we get used to things. And we just have to learn our limitations. And it's, like I said, it's never easy to accept sometimes. I think that was one of my hardest things, was having to acknowledge the fact that, you know, like skydiving, there were other things I enjoyed doing I could not do anymore. Or I have to really limit. You know, I played baseball in high school. Loved playing baseball. Loved playing softball. And can't do that anymore. I can't run. And when I can run, it's just a few steps. My ex-wife used to moan at me when my knee would swell up due to cartilage problems, and then she twisted her knee. Yeah. Yeah. When my... Whoops. Wrong one. Wrong one. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. We're going to the furnace. Yeah, because when my joints flare up badly, my knees, my ankles, they both look like cantaloupes. They are just huge. I had my foot swell up one time so badly that I thought the skin was going to rip open. It was so tight and it hurt so bad. But the painkillers they gave me that I was using to be able to sleep at night, because that was the only time I ever used them, was creating a problem. Because I found that even when I didn't need them, I was taking them at night to sleep anyway. And I was becoming kind of addicted to them. So I quit taking them altogether. So I've adjusted it with Aleve. Unfortunately, I take a day's worth of Aleve at one time. And then I take more that night It's about the only way I can combat it during the day. But it's a lot better than taking pain pills. Hell, I hate taking my blood pressure medicine. And that's not exactly helping matters, because I'm in the middle of trying to adjust that crap as well. Acceptance is the hardest challenge once you come to term with them. But that's the problem, though. We're guys. We're not supposed to accept that we can't do things. To us, that's a major challenge. Yeah, we can't do things because our body is telling us that we can't, but we've always done that our entire lives. You know, failure's not an option. I mean, you can call it the macho thing, or you could call it just a man thing, but it is what it is. Sucks when your shoes don't fit on the day. Yeah. Good shoes, bad day shoes, been there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, Cutter. Wrap it up.
When
About a minute left.
when I went to go visit Jimmy, I had, damn it, why do I keep throwing these things the wrong way? I hadn't had a flare up in 2 months. Nothing whatsoever. The morning I was going to get on the plane was the day I decided to have a flare up in my feet.
Asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage quotas.
I was going to wear my cowboy boots. I couldn't wear them. I had to wear a pair of tennis shoes, and luckily I had a pair of tennis shoes that was comfortable for me to wear, because I didn't really have time to stop at a store to go try to find a pair that fit comfortably. So I put them on. They were soft. They felt like a glove around my foot, which was surprising because I didn't wear them very often. I tied them very loosely, and it worked. And that's what I ended up wearing for the trip. But walking through the airport, SeaTac airport, was hell. Because my terminal was my gate was at the far side of a terminal, and I must have had to walk 500, 800 feet very slowly. Yeah, exactly. Everything was going smooth up until the day I was leaving. There was no warning. There was no nothing. It was just, I got up that morning and it was just, my foot was swollen. The pain started. I was put on necrophatic tablets, which 2 years to move from the old place. You took it for 2 years and it was only supposed to be 3 months. Liver damage. Wow. Damn, Silver. That doctor and I would have been having words about that one.
Valuable object processed.
I had to take some medicine one time that created suicidal tendencies. The doctor said that the benefits outweighed the risk. And I looked at him and told him, you apparently don't know. And he's like, what? It's like, I have had thoughts of something like that before, and you've put me on a medicine that, in essence, put me back on the same path I got rid of. I stopped thinking about. And he just looked at me and goes, oh, I didn't know. Well, now you do. He never inquired. He just put me on it. That's the worst part about the meds. They don't just give you meds that will help you clear stuff up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even though there's other medicines that they could try to help you with, they go straight for stuff that has side effects that are, you know, can create more tremendous problems for you later. Ooh, that was the entire backbone. But thankfully everything's back there.
Processing valuable objects. Credit award. Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
But they don't look at it like that. It's because they get, well, sorry, Silver, I don't know how they do it up over there. But here the doctors get kickbacks for prescribing medication that, well, in essence, may or may not help the patient. But because they prescribe this medication, they get kickbacks for it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That's the reason why when you go to a doctor's office and they have all these posters in their offices about this medicine or that medicine, it says, ask your doctor about it. That's in essence what it is. That's something that they're getting a kickback from. And what happens there also? Yeah. I would have done something, but surgery was closed down, but never found out reason. Here we have all kinds of medicine here that has all kinds of really bad side effects. It's supposed to be pills that'll help you with this, pills that'll help you with that. But the side effects, if you ever really, really read the warnings on, and our pharmacists here are supposed to tell you some of the side effects if you've never taken it before. Anything from diarrhea to anal seepage to anal leaking to suicidal tendencies to, man, there's just about everything. There's pills you can't take with certain foods. There's some things you can't drink while you're taking certain pills. You know, I can't drink orange juice or grapefruit juice while taking blood pressure medicine because it causes it to decompose rapidly in my stomach. Yeah, doctors getting millions of dollars for junk meds from high-end companies because God forbid they don't make it up. Yeah, that was one thing about the old doctor I had before he got tired of being screwed over by the hospital and the med center he worked at, was that he would tell you like it is, and he would tell it to you like it is, and he would not go for the medicines that they were pushing. He didn't believe in those kickbacks, and he would tell you flat out he wasn't prescribing it, and he would tell you why he wasn't prescribing it. It wasn't one of these, it's not going to affect you like you want it to. He's going to tell you the side effects and tell you it's not worth the risk. He goes, and he did it to me. He goes, this is a medicine I have used for years. I've used it myself. I prescribed it to other patients. They never had any problem with it. We've got a blood thinner here called warfarin that my grandmother had to take back in the 90s. Until one day, when she refilled her prescription, I got the little information card that came with it that told about side effects. And we couldn't figure out why they had to keep doing blood tests every now and then. And it's because the warfarin affected your liver. Because warfarin contained a active ingredient that is found in rat poison. It's a minuscule dosage, but the fact is it's still something that's used to kill rats. But they were putting it in a blood thinner. I called her doctor and got her taken off that and put on something else. He goes, but it works. It's like, I don't care if it works.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Take a pill that helps with allergies, but the side effects are suicidal thoughts and anal leakage. For a suicide, for allergy pill? Wow. Took the run from my nose to my rear end. It gave me. Okay, that's kind of aggressive for an allergy pill to have, anal leakage stuff. They had a sugar substitute for a while. I forget what it was, but it was like that. That was one of its side effects. Anal leakage.
Raw material processed. Credit.
Told my friends I would rather just eat the sugar. And the thing is, the stuff didn't taste good either.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
Floated the wrong way. Whoops, there was something on the back side of it. Oh well.
Material deposited.
It blew up. I heard it pop. BB back. Good morning, sir. Thank you for the 10 biddies. How are you doing this morning, sir? Hope you and the missus are doing well. Hope y'all had a great weekend. So every time felt like something was out of order because he wouldn't yes me. Yeah, that's how my doctor was. My doctor was pretty cool. I'm doing good this morning, sir. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in PB Mac. Not only one of my nameless family brothers, but one of my nameless family ascended teammates. Great guy, great entertainer, great friend. Please make sure you go up over, pay him a visit, click his link, give him a follow, leave his notification bell on so you can be told as soon as he goes live. This man will gladly keep you laughing for hours. Make sure you tell him that Astro sent you over. I still want to say Leo, but yeah. After you've used one gamer tag for years, it's kind of hard to get used to saying something else for a while. But escape is impossible. Surrender. Gotta get breakfast and lurk? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Okay, I don't need that light anymore, so I'm gonna toss it. There she goes. There she goes. Yeah, you got some doctors that are good. My guy was getting really upset because of the fact that the med center was no longer paying for their insurance. They had to pay for their own, and had put in place certain requirements that were causing some of his patients financial grief, such as blood pressure medicine could only be done in 6-month increments. You could not prescribe them for a year. You could only do them in 6 months. So when they ran out, they wanted the people to come back, because some of my patients are older and fixed income and, you know, can't afford to keep coming back. You know, as long as they don't have problems, why do they need to? And the state required painkillers. They could not resubscribe, give you new prescriptions for painkillers. You had to come in to be seen for them. He goes, I've got patients who aren't pill poppers. I know they're not pill poppers. These are people who actually are in dire pain, need these things, and once again, you're making them take time out away from work or their busy days to come here and have to do this again. He goes, it's annoying to these people. They can't keep affording this. But he was also one of those doctors that
Electrical damage. No salvage secured.
well, that's one way to end that workday. But he was also one of those people that wouldn't hit you with all this technical jargon, that he would tell it to you in plain, simple terms that anybody could understand. That's one thing I liked about him. But when they started limiting they didn't really limit, how do you phrase it? They wanted him to increase the number of patients he saw daily by overbooking. Now, our med center is broke up in 5 different sections, 5 different little wings for 5 different doctors. Each one had 4 rooms. They wanted those 4 rooms filled and 2 extra people wait in the waiting room. He goes, that means I don't have that much time to deal with each patient. This was also the man who, you may not have seen him for a year and a half, but he remembered exactly what y'all talked about the last time y'all were there. And not about medical issues, things you were doing with your family. Vacation you had. He remembered all of that. That's what made him a good doctor. He had a bedside manner you would not believe. And then we've got doctors here who, you are just a number. That's all you are. No chit chat, no this, no that. It's you're in, you're out. Don't want to listen to you. They know automatically what's wrong with you, and hey, that's all that matters. That's the kind of people they have here. And it's aggravating. I had one doctor here who did that. He tried that after my other one left, and he and I got into it. Going, I'm the patient. You need to listen to what I say. I know what's wrong with me. You don't know until you listen, and you're not listening. So I walked out of his office. I told him flat out, I don't give a damn what you say. I'm not paying for this visit. And I didn't. I refused to. I told him if they billed me for that visit, that I'd be suing them. Because I wasn't going to pay it. This guy spent more time telling me what was wrong with me without ever talking to me about where my pain was. What was going on or what I was doing that was causing it. He knew right away. And what he was talking about was not what I was experiencing. Oh, hey, Cathal, how you doing, sir? Welcome in, welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in another one of my nameless family brothers and great friend, Cathal. How are you doing today, sir? He's one of our nameless family brothers from New Zealand. Great guy, great friend of the stream. If you don't know who he is, please click that link, go over, give him a follow. Make sure you tell him that Astro sent you over. Well, with him you could say Astro or Leo. He knows me as both. Glad to hear it, sir. Glad to hear it. My aunt was on so many painkillers like a pharmacy in her house. Yeah. Well, my grandmother was the same way. She was supposed to be taking medication for this, that, the other, and she'd take it when she needed it. But she took her insulin for diabetes. She took her high blood pressure medicine. But she was supposed to be taking other stuff that she just wouldn't touch. And her medicine cabinet in the bathroom, it looked the same way. It looked like a mini pharmacy. Bad thing is, if you were taking a prescription for something and you ran out, more than likely she had it in her cabinet. Think like a Mid-Express and have a drive-through doctor in the window. Oh, they wouldn't get any money for that. That wouldn't be profitable. That wouldn't be profitable at all. That's the reason why they wouldn't do something like that. We're going to bang off the engine, aren't we? Yep. Okay, I'll retrieve you. What the? We mean furnace. Why is that a furnace? That's a salvage box. Okay. Fine. There we go. Wow, it accepted it. That's surprising. That's the reason why I'm surprised that they've actually gone for telemedicine right now with the COVID stuff. I had that with one doctor go in with a limp, knee acting up, and wouldn't need to sit down. You'd already have a prescription for it. Well, the difference is if it's a doctor that if it's a doctor that knows you, that you've been going to for years, in a way it's kind of different. But it's just the arrogant smugness of them knowing, exactly what's wrong with you just by reading your file. And what you told them the problem was that you need to be seen for before you got there. Not asking you in case something was written down wrong. Not asking you in case something was transcribed wrong. It's just automatically, hey, this is your problem. Here, take this. I think that's one of the reasons why that guy and I got into it one day. Okay, I gotta be careful because I'm about to start getting to the point where the reactor is not going to like me because I'm tearing most of the ship apart. Last time I did this, it kind of went boom on me. That piece isn't ready. That piece isn't ready. But the ceiling panel is. Just say the sheep herder sent you. That would work too. I like that one. I'm gonna have to start using that. Thanks, Silver. Walked into a clinic one day. The guy said, "Oh, you're faking it for disability." Yeah, I got told that before once also. I asked him if he wanted a fat lip. Okay, so we take the seats to the barge, but when we have beds, the mattresses go into the furnace. See, my wife likes her doctor. Unfortunately, I think he's a total quack. And I told her so. She got mad at me. This is one of the guys who tells you exactly what's wrong with you without talking to you. Because it's hard for me to find a doctor I like because they don't stick around here very long. Which shows to me that there is a problem. The Shriners Hospital is only for children. Yeah, I'd like to go back to go visit my original doctor, but he's now at a emergency room. He's an emergency room trauma physician now in Kansas City. He no longer sees patients. I come across him one day and sent him a message on Facebook going, "Man, I wish you were my doctor still." He laughed. He goes, "I told you things around there would be changing for the worse." It's like, yeah, you were absolutely right. He would tell me things that he wasn't supposed to tell me. You also cannot, because of the medical center here is also connected to the hospital, you cannot walk from the med center to the hospital anymore. The door has to remain locked. So if you have to go have x-rays or blood work, you have to be escorted through the door and they have to escort you back.
All right, Cutter, you got 5 minutes
They said it was a security risk to have those doors open anymore.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
It's like, since when? They've been open for years. The only time they were ever closed was when the med center closed.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I guess they had somebody one night who they didn't secure the doors, who walked from the hospital side to the clinic side and tried to break into the their sample room. It's like, isn't that a security issue? How come your security wasn't paying attention to that? It's a true statement.
Credits deposited.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to cause any stink. The dude claimed to be a leading expert. That's why I went to see him. Apparently read some file, watched me walking in. Ooh. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. That is bad, Ice. Yeah, just because you're having a good day where you can move around and walk freely from a problem that's kept you limping around for a while is not grounds for you to make an accusation like that. Because even with arthritis, got my good days, got my bad days. Okay, I have more bad than good, but there are days I can walk around with no problem at all. I can move around and do things I used to do when I was in my 20s and 30s with no problem. But just because I'm having a good day right then doesn't exactly mean I'm faking it. I mean, that's just ludicrous. That's somebody right there who really needs to give up his license. And I have complained to, oh God, what was the doctor's board? The AMA. I have complained before to the AMA about a doctor. Because he was a grade A quack and had prescribed medicine for something I did not even have an issue with. But this guy was... The best way to describe this guy is he was a grade A pompous ass. Now, I know sometimes I'm not exactly the nicest person in the world.
Let's put a bow on this shift.
Okay, who am I kidding? When am I ever the nicest person in the world? But, you know, if I walk into your office and you treat me like crap, you expect me to be nice to you and not hostile? And you want to talk down to me? Talk down to me all you want. I could walk out of there and give you bad references and tell people not to go see your sorry ass. Where's one? And I went to the hospital for knee surgery. Consultant gave me a 1-month sick note and sent a letter to my doc saying sick note required for 3 months after. Doctor refused, saying that I was fit for work. Shouldn't be put on. Oh. Wow. Wow, Silver. That's bad. That is bad. That is very bad. His last words were the Shriners were doing. Shriners doing it just for insurance money all those years? We all know that that's how the Shriners operate. That's kind of like St. Jude. They're not in it for the money. They are in it. They are in it to help kids. That's a serious accusation against the Shriners, because they always have their fundraising events going on. I always give to them. I give to St. Jude too. Children Miracle Network, I give to. Red Cross, no. Sorry, I've had bad experiences with Red Cross. I've had several bad experiences with Red Cross, and the fact that they'd rather take the money and use it for other things instead of what the money is actually donated for. That it happens so much it's not even on the radar anymore. Doctors are letting their personal beliefs get in the way of them taking care of and taking care of their patients. That's the reason why we end up changing doctors so often, is the fact that we lose faith in them because they said something we didn't like. They treated us badly. I had one doctor who kept me on blood pressure medicine for 2 years, and the medicine didn't work, and he would not listen to me. So the doctor that had left, I went to go see him after I got tired of the other guy, because I walked out of his office and I immediately went to my older doctor and got an appointment with him the next day. And instead of refilling the prescription, he gave me something new. He tore up that prescription. He gave me something else. He goes, well, since the other guy wants you to stay on this, and it apparently isn't working from your file, he goes, what we're going to do is this. We're going to put you on a different medication, and we're going to try it. And I want you to take this for 2 weeks, and then I want you to come back. He goes, we're going to check your blood pressure. He goes, we've got blood pressure screening every Wednesday that's free that the other guy never told me about. He goes, we want you to come in, get it screened, and if it's too high, even while taking this, with the exception of the first week, he goes, you're to see me immediately. It's like, okay. First week, it was still kind of high because, well, my body was still trying to weed off the old stuff and get used to the new. But by the second week, my blood pressure was really down. Now, to let y'all know how bad it was, my blood pressure used to be normally 177 over 171. When I went to go see him for the new prescription, my blood pressure was 217 over 211. And that's one thing that concerned him, because he said I am in a high stroke risk category with my blood pressure being that high. And he was actually debating whether or not to admit me to the hospital. It's like, man, I can't do that. So we went the medicine route, and it worked. It dropped it down to 97 over 70. No, it was 97 over 91. Yeah, I know. That's what the guy claimed when he said I was faking it. When he told me that, I snapped. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of us who know how the Shriners operate. And we agree with it. We donate to them. That's the reason why. But to have a baseless accusation like that, that's serious. That's serious. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, before I did that, the thing was powered down. If it's powered down, that means the fuel lines are... Uh-oh. What is it? That. Are fuses still intact? My fuses are still intact. Oh, wow. This is going to be bad. The fuel lines are still charged. Ooh. Yeah, it's over. It's very high. It's extremely high. Extremely. Okay. Since this is going to be nasty, and more than likely will result in a massive explosion, I have got to get a lot of this stuff out of here. Yeah, because this one's definitely going to go boom. We just got to try to minimize the boom. We still have charged fuel lines, and the engines are still all intact. That's going to be nasty. Yeah, I told my grandfather obviously because I was young and dumb. To be Mason, never heard of the dude again. Yeah, accusing a non-profit of something like that is really serious. That's unheard of. All right, we're changing from the cutter to be careful about what's about to happen here. Come down here, make sure these beams are cut. Okay. Any sign of fire, I've got to get the hell out of here quickly. More likely the reactor is going to go. Actually, I got to get out of here real quick anyway. Yep, there's a fire. Fuel lines are going. There goes the reactor. Yeah, no shit. Backing away. Backing away. It's not getting out of the ship fast enough.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Oh, well. Looks like I've got one engine that's intact. I've got two that are, well, non-existent.
Material deposited.
At least I got the reactor mostly out. Didn't get far enough away though. But, yep, it went boom. I kind of expected that to happen when I couldn't shut the fuel off properly. It's the reason why when I heard that pop after it started, I hurried up and got the hell out of there. Because I knew what was about to happen.
All right, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter. We were out.
At least some of this stuff is still... Some of this stuff is still salvageable. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's too big to go. Nope, 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 nope. I'd like to pull the fuel tanks away from this debris field. Because a little bang and that's going to be all she wrote. Well, that area down there was saved for the reactor, but since it's no longer needed,
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I went there from 5 to 17, and thanks to them I walked out.
Credits deposited.
I've got nothing but respect for the Shriners. I've got nothing but respect for St. Jude. That's the reason why I always donate to them. Because the last thing people need to be worrying about is how to pay for medical care for their child while it's already a highly stressful situation.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
It's one of the reasons why I always donate to them. They're good organizations. They are top notch. And you know, with a lot of medicine, that's pretty much what it is. It's trial and error, especially if it's something that's never really been diagnosed before or it's extremely rare.
Valuable objects processed. Credits deposited.
My mom got diagnosed with 2 forms of cancer in the same location. It's caught in the gravity well. I can't break it free. It's going in. I can't stop it. I didn't do that. If they would fix the bug on that gravity well being so strong, it never would have happened. So don't sit there and chastise me, game. But yeah, I know that Shriners and St. Jude are really top-notch organizations. That's the reason why I donate to them. I donate to the American Cancer Society in honor of my mom. I donate to the American Heart Association in honor of my grandmother.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels. Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Clean up the reactor's mess. Yeah, that's right. It's the reactor's mess. I'm not taking responsibility for it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The schematics were upside down. I can't help it. It was a 50-50 shot it would blow up. When I turned it and I heard the arcing, that's the reason why I got out of there, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. That's the reason why I hightailed it. With the reactor that close to the engines, I had a feeling a massive explosion would set it off, and yeah, it did. It started it.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Well, I'm not bothering with that. The whole ship's waste right now. St. Jude was a really good one too. Yeah, they really are top-notch organizations.
Material deposited.
The fuse is gone. I don't know where the fuse went. When the reactor went boom, it went boom too.
Valuable objects processed. Credits awarded. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
But to me, any organization that helps kids is worth the donation to. and I will give money to if I can.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Removal of the gas cans.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That back there is just one big massive cluster. Okay, well, let's see. I need to get this piece out of the way, so I need to remove that thruster cap first. Then I can start dealing with the remains. Surprised this piece didn't drift into the furnace. Yeah, most of the time when the engines blow up, the thruster's cap goes with the engines. But in this case, they didn't. They were still intact, which is a big surprise. Kind of like some sections of the engine housings. Really. Okay.
Credits awarded. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
This thing is still attached. Are you? That's a sign of how the rest of my day is going to go right there. Wow. That was not impressive.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Okay. Really, there shouldn't have been any fuel left in there because, well, everything else blew up. So, I don't know.
Deposit accepted.
Oh, that is part of what was left of the engine.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I remember my grandfather and I used to hand out newspapers. I think the key thing probably is with him, though, Ice, is the fact that he may have been feeling that he was losing money to them because people were taking their kids to go see somebody else instead of going to see him. But I mean, if you have cancer, you're going to a specialty doctor anyway. It's
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder, asphyxiation.
there's no telling what was wrong with that quack.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
But anybody who says bad things about the Shriners, though, and St. Jude, they've got serious issues.
Raw material process. Credits deposited.
Well, since everything's gone up, I don't guess it really matters about being nice and polite anymore, or kind or gentle with any of these pieces of equipment. So, just get a good view underneath, make sure there's nothing else attached to it, and get rid of that piece. Maybe it'll take some debris with it. That's for the cleanup crews.
There's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. Weaver out.
Oh, bite me, Weaver. You know, I also don't remember Weaver warning us about the fuel lines being charged and can explode even when they, shouldn't have anything left in them. Reminds me of the idiot one time in Louisiana who decided he was going to cut a old gas tank in half that had had fuel in it for a year because he wanted to make a planter for his wife. And he failed to realize that the metal absorbed the fuel. So he cut into it. When he cut into it, it exploded. And that's when people warned that don't be stupid and try anything like that because you might not have fuel in a fuel tank for a while, but it can still retain the fuel in the middle for up to 20 years. Either way, though, I mean, he literally came to the U.S., I think. Oh, one of those. Yeah, if that's the case, then Ice, then yeah, he was talking out his ass. He really was. If he was making comments like that, yes, that's uncalled for. Like sitting here right now, I'm comfortable here right now. But I can feel my feet. I don't exactly feel good, but I can feel them. It's the reason why when I play COD with Red, I can sit down for about 2 hours, but after that I have to get up and walk around because I can feel my joints starting to stiffen up and give me problems. I don't know how I'm going to do it tomorrow, but we will somehow manage. Make sure there's nothing on the back side of this. Okay. Plain panel.
Carter, we're getting
There we
down
go.
the wire. Let's put a bow on this shift.
I think that one made headlines. I mean, think about it. Who is stupid enough to actually cut into a gas tank? It doesn't matter how old it is. Hey, Caleb, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
Oops, that panel isn't free. That one is. I don't have to worry about oxygen because we're almost done. And bingo. Caleb, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. It's a fun, relaxing game. It's kind of a puzzle at times. And even though it's early access, the developers are still continuously working on it. They are improving it. They are adding more ships, more challenges. And it's just a good, relaxing game. Even though you might kind of rage out a little bit at times, like, well, blowing up the reactor like I just did. But it's a fun game. It really is. But I see that people always seem to talk about things that they think they understand, but they have no knowledge of. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it in your streams of people talk about, well, literally talking out their asses. Because they have no idea what they're talking about, but they're trying to make themselves sound important. And we've all seen people and heard people like that in various streams. Okay, that's a reactor piece. That one goes to the furnace. Oh man, still got my debris field to clean up. I don't know, one thing I'm going to do right now is I am going to pull the aft section forward. Yeah, I'm using a lot of tethers for this, but I want it away from that gravity well. And of course it decides it wants to come right at me. Okay, far enough away from gravity well, we could disable them now. Like, I just built my first PC, been looking hard for a game to delve into because I'm kind of split paying my PS4. Well, congratulations building your first new PC, your first PC. And going to tell you, yeah, you're going to be split about which one you want to play. And you're probably going to play both of them for a while until you decide, you know, it's going to be the PC or PS4. PC, of course, you know, you can use for various other things besides just gameplay. But is it going to hit? What the hell? It didn't take it. Why didn't it take it? Okay, it took that one, but it didn't take that one. Why didn't it take that one? That one's too far out of range now. You know, I've had PCs for years. I've had a PS4 that burned up years ago. I never replaced it. I've got an Xbox that I play occasionally, but not very often. It's just going to come down to the preference. And you could be torn for a while. I mean, there's going to be games that you enjoy playing on PS4 that you'll continue playing. You'll find games that you like on PC, and you know, it's just going to be a hard choice sometimes about which one you're going to prefer to mess with. You want a game that you could play literally for thousands of hours? Yeah, but most games, if you're playing for thousands of hours, you know, you'll get tired of kind of after a while. But you may find a game that, you know, you will start to play and you will not put down. And that'll be easier on PC because you've got all kinds of mod variants and things you can do to it, such as, well, Farm Sim. And look at Jimmy, he's got thousands of hours. You know, I think the biggest game I've got that I've got the most amount of hours in is Ark, and that's somewhere around 500, maybe. But I've always been more interested in building an Ark than actually capturing the dinos. But that's my thing. I've had that issue between PS4 and PC, but the reality is I'm better at FPS on PS4, and PC has thousands of mods for most games. And see, that's gonna be one of the key things that's gonna get you. Is that you can have favorite games on PS4 that have some mods, but you're gonna find that the PC version has more mods available to it because they don't have the restrictions that the consoles have. Because for them to be released on consoles, most things have to go through testing to ensure that it's not going to interfere with the console. It's not going to mess it up or do anything that may void the warranty. Yeah, I know that piece was supposed to go to the processor just like that one is, but it's, yeah. It's all debris at this point. That one wasn't tagged. Okay. But it's just going to be preference. I spent time looking for a game on Steam for like an hour when I could have been playing the games I already have on PC. What it's going to do is eventually you're going to come across something that's really going to catch your eye. Something you want to play. Something that you know that you're going to enjoy because it fits the genre of what you like. And you're just going to play it continuously until you get tired of it, or you solve the puzzle, you solve the game, you finish it. It happens. But you're also going to come across games that, you know, kind of like on the PS4 that you're going to get, you're going to think you're going to enjoy, and you realize that it's not exactly what you thought it was.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited. Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Oh boy. Okay, running out of oxygen, and there's nothing left in here because it's either been blown up or I used it. Okay. Oh look, a piece of debris has come over here from the reactor explosion.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Let's see if I can catch it. Ooh, I can. Cool. Okay. And voila.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Astro literally has hundreds of games that he has never played. And I've got a lot of games that were gifted to me by friends, family that, yeah, I've never played because I don't have interest in them or anything like that. Burnout Farm Sim recently back caught fire again for it. They actually have programs that you can, game developer kits where you can actually create your own game. I've never tried them. I don't know how they operate, but I know that they do have them out. I thought about picking one up for my best friend's son because, well,
Deposit accepted.
he's done some amazing 3D modeling that he taught himself on. I mean, hell, I never tore this side of the ship apart. I don't know why I thought I did. probably going to leave the rest of the debris. Nothing can be really gained from that. Wow. Most of these popular indie games are made out of Unreal and Unity. That's true, they are. Also learned away from my PS4 because my system sounds like an engine. Yeah, that's... Mine did that just before it burned up. Might want to check your fans, try to blow them out, see maybe if you could clear something out of them, or it could be that the fans themselves are just worn out.
All right, Cutter. Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Okay, I've got panels flying down here. I didn't even hit.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
I'm planning to beat Ghost of Tsushima and just let it die because I've opened it and it still sounds the same. I don't know what to tell you. You might try to Google for an answer, see maybe if somebody has some kind of solution to help you with it. If you've tried cleaning out the fans, it could be that the bearings in the fans have gone out. You may try to find a replacement, see if you can actually replace them first. If not, maybe all you need to do is just pull them out, carefully clean them, and then reinsert them. But make sure you watch how things are set up in there. Sorry, I know too many people who are just in too big of a rush and don't pay attention when they're disassembling something and go to reassemble it and have parts left over. My mother was like that. She actually took a fan apart one time and
Material deposited.
nope. Still got all those computers in there. Still got all those computers. Hey, Mr. Marlins, how are you doing this morning, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Mr. Marlins, one of my nameless family brothers. Great guy, great entertainer. Please click that link, go over, give him a follow. Leave his notification bell on so you can be told as soon as he goes live. Great content creator, you will be entertained for hours. How are you doing this morning, sir? Hope you are doing well.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, now I can get rid of that thing. I got the computers out now. know that debris is supposed to go to the processor, but I don't care. Let's see. Link that piece to that piece, that piece to that piece, this piece to those pieces, and slingshot them all. I guess it would help if I actually slingshotted one of the pieces that are all connected together. Okay, my debris field up here is slowly clearing out. Cannot believe that. Still can't believe that crap. There we go. We'll just start blasting everything where it goes. Little cleanup. Little cleanup. Doing good, thanks. How are you? I am doing just fine, thank you. Thank you for asking. Survived a reactor explosion somehow. Don't know how. Survived engine fires. Ice was laughing the whole time. Hey, I had one engine that survived the reactor explosion, and the fuel line wasn't being shown as charged. It shouldn't have been because it wasn't attached to anything, and it still blew up on me. So I feigned my innocence. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I am appalled that the reactor exploded like it did. Yeah, that sounds good. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. Yep. I carefully drag these pieces out. I blame ice. Yeah, that's it. I blame ice. That sounds good. He distracted me. Remnants of the fuel and the steel. Could very well be. I'm surprised I made any profit at all off this ship. What is... Are you kidding me? That's one of the engine pieces that's way up here in the front section of the ship. That's one fuse. The second fuse is... Wow. didn't go in either. Definitely he was telling us all about it, and then boom. Well, I wasn't expecting it to happen. It shouldn't have happened. It really shouldn't have. That piece really should not have exploded like that. No. Absolutely not.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
See, those can't be removed. Take my little switchy here. Blast it down there. Now comes the... Okay, that's not exactly the way I wanted to do it. I hit the wrong button, but since we're already making slices,
Deposit accepted. Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder. Aspect
oh, of course.
salvage quotas.
Whenever you're in the middle of something, oxygen always runs out. Never fails. Never fails.
Oxygen level.
Can't give me a bigger backpack full of oxygen, can you? Nope. Nope. Don't let me carry spare tanks with me either. As any hard space shipper should know, the fuel in the lines is going to be there for years after deactivation. Ice, bite me. Really, man? Really? Wow, the abuse I go through from friends.
Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
We've got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Oh, come on. What? Oh. That little block. Fine. New mini game for this. When the reactor counts down, it starts a mini game where Astro has to dodge all the shrapnel to live on. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. No. You've seen what happens to these pieces of the ship when it explodes. They go everywhere. It's like little shotgun blasts. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely. No, sir. No way. No how. And don't you suggest it to the devs either.
Valuable object. Credit awarded.
Do it and I'll take away your spaceman poster.
Secured. Credit deposited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
Oh, the computer's down there banged on something. It's not my problem you don't have somebody come through here every now and then and give me a clean barge. For what? What are you frying me for now? I mean, I can't send everything down on tethers. You know, that's going to be expensive. So yeah, things eventually bang onto something down there. You know what a person says when they're trying to cover my butt? It's ICE's fault. Deflect the blame as much as possible. Yeah, that's right. It's ICE's responsibility. Yes, that's right. He didn't... What am I getting electrocuted for? Seriously. You know, you guys aren't helping. Dodge the shrapnel pieces when the reactor explodes. Are you aware that most of the time when the reactor explodes, I go with it? Because I'm standing there right beside it trying to hurry up and get it out like I was doing. But in this case here, when it started to go, I just went the other way. I'm not going to cut those things off. Screw them.
Tether supplies running low.
1 minute left, Cutter. Time to start wrapping things up. We wrap.
Next, you're going to be blaming me for Weaver's voice being so annoying at times. I missed it. Can you blow it up again? Wow. I swear. I didn't intentionally blow it up. I swear I didn't. The computer wouldn't accept the key, so I had to flush the fuel line, and when I flushed it, I heard the arc. When you hear the arc, you know there's going to be an explosion, so I got out of there. So some of the engines blew up, some of the fuel cans blew up, and it set the reactor on a meltdown. That's not my fault. You saw me trying to get the reactor out of there. I was trying to get it above the ship, so if it exploded, the ship would survive. But it didn't get far enough up. I tried. I'm going to suggest they put like asteroids with a little guy in the middle of it for all the explosions. Ice, you're really not helping matters, man. You're really not. Only difference, he can't shoot the shrapnel, just dodge it till the timer runs out. Well, where's the fairness in that? If you're going to do something like that, at least give me a laser pistol and do like the old Berserk video game, you know, with Evil Otto, the little bouncing ball, and the robots who are hell-bent on my destruction. At least that way I get a chance to fight back. Corb uses that excuse somehow. It's always my fault. I wasn't even there. You were talking to me. Yeah, that's right. You distracted me. Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Mm-hmm. Next, blow up. Yeah, I really feel the love this morning. Blow yourself up again. Blow yourself up again. We missed it. We want to see it. Don't worry, I will be blowing myself up all this week in one fashion or another. If it's not on this, it's going to be on COD or in Elite Dangerous. I really didn't want that little light. I didn't care if the light came out or not. I wanted the storage bin. And besides, you know what? I'm 53. I can blame whoever the hell I want to blame, so I'll blame ICE. Yeah, that's it. I like that excuse. I like that one too. I'm going to stick with that. I'm just a grouchy old man. Yep. That's one thing my wife said. She goes, "I'll be glad when your legs quit hurting you, because you're turning into an old bitch lately." It's like, wow, really? Like I really feel the love. Feel the love from you guys. Feel it from her. I mean, we're almost done with this ship after I rip this out. The command couch and the computers. I cut that section free, dispose of it, and then I dispose of the other hole, and then we're done. Oh, minus those coolant tanks that are in there. That'll probably blow up when I go to take them out, because apparently everything I touch today is gonna blow up. Is that my final answer? We're not playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But thank you very much for playing today. Real Ice, come on down. You're the next contestant on. You get the blame. Oh, that reminds me. I got to make something for Corp too. I forgot about it. An audio announcement for his Chicken Lovers Online. Come in here, making sure it's empty. Oh, it isn't. Wow. Thought I ripped the handle and had regulating unit out. Okay. Slowly and carefully. Don't bang it on anything else. I already banged it once. Those little units are touchy. Okay. None on that side. None on that side. Okay. Are you serious? I can melt that thing off instead of cutting the pin. All this time I've been cutting it the hard way. No, we want to see Astroglide blow the reactor up. Wow. We got a tough audience here today. Very tough audience here, ladies and gentlemen. They just want to watch me blow stuff up. Okay, so I'll see if I can accommodate y'all. Okay. Let's see. That's out of the way. We'll just do it that way. The Price is Right? Woohoo! Wait, Bob isn't there anymore. It's The Price is Right. Bob Barker. Funny Barker. Always what you just. That's right. Spay and neuter your pets today. Just like we intend to do to Real Ice later this afternoon. He thinks we're going to the park, but in reality, we're going to the vet's office. And we've got the do-it-yourself home kit that's also available for you. Just like the Price is Right home game. This is the Price is Right Spay and Neuter Your Pets kit. Available at any toy store near you. I only just found out at our last ship. Yeah, I didn't realize you could cut them that way. I've been slicing the sections off. I was on your side till you blamed me for it. It sounded good. Okay. Y'all want to see me blow something up real quick? Okay, let's blow something up real quick. Let's see how fast it'll take me to nuke this reactor. Let's see if I can get out of the ship before it blows up. Okay. Well, we need a new ship for it. All right. Okay, here we go. The challenge is on. How fast can I blow a ship up? We're not going to mess around with the preliminaries. We're just going to blow this one up. That's all there is to it.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Okay.
Airlock pressure levels increasing. Air pressure
want to make sure the hatches are open for escape.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay, well that wasn't an exit hatch, so. Okay. Now we're not going to mess in there with the reactor keys. But I am going to pull this crap out of here because it will get in my way. Oh. Don't worry about your hatch. You're never going to make it. Well, you know, one thing I could do is I could just remove one of these panels right here. Make it so much easier for me to get out. You didn't say how I needed to escape. You just said I just needed to escape. Okay.
Meltdown triggered. Action urgently required.
Notice how fast that counter is going too.
Air pressure level decreasing. Material deposited.
Wow, the majority of the ship stayed intact. I still got some things on fire down here. Now, is that satisfactory enough, or you really want to watch one truly blow up? We can get up close and personal with it if you like. I've paid off enough of my debt. I can afford a little bit more. Okay. Big boom, but no big damage. Exactly. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Like I said, I'm 835 million in debt. I think I gained about 10 million off of today. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to... No. Well, that wasn't the ship I wanted, but we'll take it. created a second account so we can muck around. This one ain't gonna be that bad. Let's see. We're gonna get up close and personal this time.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
This time, we're not gonna worry about escaping. We're gonna see it firsthand.
Levels increasing.
Okay. We're going to pump the air out so we can actually see what's going on in here. Oh, oops. I gotta turn that off.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Yes, and after the stream, I will be turning off that game bar crap.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay. We're going to come up in here. We're going to make a few little adjustments so we can see things a lot more clearly. Okay. We want to see the big boom. Okay, well, the countdown didn't start, so we will... We're going to make it start. Hello, Mr. Coolant Line. Oh, wait, I don't want to cut you right here. That'll kill me. Oh, wow, you're right here anyway. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. Let me get some of these pieces out of here and get them out of the way first. I'm going to set this damn thing off just trying to get this panel out of here. Screw it. Okay. No, we're not going to slice and dice the reactor. We don't want it to go up right away. We want to enjoy the view. So we're going to enjoy the view. Okay. Get all this garbage out of our way.
Reactor meltdown detected. Urgent action required.
Now let's enjoy the view. Look at all those pretty little purple and blue colors. Funny how easy it is to blow stuff when you try not to. You try to do it, and it's like, seriously. Yeah. There we go. Little mini explosions are occurring. Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've ever actually sat here and just watched it. You notice how the reactor housing itself is now starting to change colors, like it's cracking. It's aging. And it's destroying things around it. I think it's pretty cool how they're giving it the aging look, though. The metal fatigue is weakening. Yes, it has begun. I forgot the popcorn. Damn, I forgot my popcorn. Salvage destroyed, don't do that. Well, it's a little late for that now. That's right. Pieces are flying around because this thing is arcing everywhere. Prepare for explosive blast. I feel like Dr. Strangelove. Don't ask me why. One more tick. The reactor's free from its housing. Now it's just floating there. And boom. Your next of kin will be billed for unreturned equipment. Joke's on them. What next of kin? Once again, there's almost... Wow, the outer hull is still almost completely intact except for the engine compartment. And that was mainly blown away by the fuels. Looks like everything was contained inside this room. Well, the coolant room's gone too. Lower part of the casing, the upper part's gone. Yeah, the coolant unit's gone. The computers are all still intact. There's something sizzling out here.
All right, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Either better. Be right.
Well, we've got something sizzling somewhere. Oh, the anti-cut guards are on fire. Oh, hell, we can remedy that right now. Don't matter, nothing's really going to blow up at this point. Let's see. See the green stuff shooting out? Yeah, that's the wastewater unit. Explosive decompression.
Helmet damaged. Air leak detected. Repair required. Air pressure level decreasing. Air pressure level decreasing.
The coolant tanks up there are now rupturing. There you go. Mass devastation. I don't think anything else is pressurized. Engines are still attached.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels. Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan administrator to
Okay.
asphyxiation.
Yeah, we're not going to die this time. Oh, look, we salvaged $329.80 worth of stuff. There you go. You saw an explosion from a distance, then you saw one up close and personal. Of course, I have to admit, this is the first time where I was up close and personal, where I was actually just watching it go instead of trying to hurry up and yank it out before it went up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it is that time for me to start the day. I do wish to thank everybody for coming out this morning, the laughs, especially the last part, watching everything blow up. Oh, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central Time for Warzone Wednesday with Red Dirt Ranch, Red Dirt Nation. Probably Real Ice if he'll join us. But this morning we're going to go share the love with one of our Nameless Family brothers and Nameless Family Ascendant teammates. Oh, but thank you all kindly for coming out. I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the follows, the laughs. It's been a great morning. And I hope all of you have a good day. Like I say, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central Time. Hope to see you then. Y'all take care. Have a good day. Have yourselves a good evening. And peace.